Everyone, today in this class I am going to teach about exercise 4.2 quadratic equation statement questions. Before I start the class, let me recall with the questions. I am going to ask you 3 questions. So before I ask, recollect your previous classes and be ready to answer your questions. First question, what is the standard form of quadratic equation? Second question, how many solutions are there for a quadratic equation? And the last, that is third question, name the methods to find the quadratic equation. Be ready with your answers. 1, 2 and 3. Start. So first question. I asked first question, write the standard form of quadratic equation. Recollect, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is the quadratic standard form. Second question I asked you, how many solutions we can find for a quadratic equation? How many? Yes, at most 2. That is 2 solutions, or sometimes 1, or sometimes we cannot find a solution. And the third question I asked you, how many methods are there to solve the quadratic equation? That is, there are 3 methods. That is, first one is, as we learned, factorization method. Second method, completing square method, and the third method is formula method. So coming to the class, today I am going to start now the statement questions, exercise 4.2. There are 4 statement questions. The question number 3 tells, that is, find the 2 numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. So we have to express this statement in quadratic form. Then I have to find the 2 numbers. So let me start. First, I should consider the 2 numbers. As we are not in 2 variables, that is pair of linear equation, we need only 1 variable. So I am not considering the 2 variables. Among 2 numbers, let one number be x. So as he has given sum of 2 numbers is 27. See, here I have written in the bracket, but I am not using 2 variables here. When I consider 2 numbers are x and y, sum he has given 27, x plus y becomes 27. I already considered one number is x. Then what will be the another number? 27 minus x, because sum is 27. So clearly you can see here x plus y equals to 27. When one number is x, the other number, that is y, becomes 27 minus x. So in the next questions and all, you can think it directly without using the second variable. So one number is x, sum is 27. Therefore the other number clearly always it becomes 27 minus x. And given product is 182. Product means I have with me now 2 numbers. One is x and the other is 27 minus x. Given product is 182. So x is one number, because he has given product into binomial, that is 27 minus x equals to 182. Now multiply. 27 into x is 27x minus x into x is x square equals to 182. It is not in standard form, so make it standard form. And you can see here x square coefficient is negative, so bring left side to right hand side, so it becomes positive. So minus x square, when you send to RHS, it becomes plus x square, and plus 27x becomes minus 27x, and 182 remains as it is. We got here standard form of quadratic equation, x square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. And already you know that how to solve the quadratic equation with the method of factorization method. So 1 into 182 is 182. Remember, think the table where you get 182. So here 14 13s are 182. When I add it, 14 plus 13 is 27. So but here you have negative sign, so minus 14 minus 13 is minus 27. So keep the first term x square and 182 as it is, and split the middle term into 2 parts, that is minus 14x and minus 13x. And from first 2 terms take x common when you take, remaining is x minus 14. Write x minus 14 as it is and pick the third term. In the third term, x is already in the bracket and the remaining is minus 13. Write as it is. So we got x minus 14 as a common factor. Remove it and remaining factor is x minus 13. So x minus 14 into x minus 13 equal to 0. So we got two factors. Equate these two factors to 0. So x equal to 14, x equal to 13. So we can conclude with this that what he asked, find the numbers. So we got two numbers which satisfies the given statement. The two numbers are 14 and 13. Next we'll start question number 4. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. So in the previous classes I already told you what are consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers are the immediate numbers. For example, 20, 21, 30, 31. So for next number, if the first number if I assume as x, what you are going to add to get the next number? That is 1. So let us assume the two consecutive positive integers. Here you have to carefully observe, he has given positive integers. So let the two consecutive positive integers be x and the next number, immediate number is 1 we have to add, that becomes x and the next number is x plus 1. And you can see according to question, to get an equation, the next line, sum of whose squares. Sum means what? Plus. Whose squares means we have to take square of the first positive integer and also the second. What is square of x? Becomes x square. Because he has given sum, so take plus. And the next number is x plus 1. What is square of this? Becomes square of the binomial, that is x plus 1. So we got x square plus x plus 1 whole square equal to 365. Now it is not in standard form. So expand and simplify, we get in standard form. Write x square as it is. This you can see. This is looks like a plus b whole square. So apply a plus b whole square for this. A square is x square plus 2ab is 2 into 1 into x, that is 2x plus 1 square becomes 1 equal to 365. Now x square plus x square, that is like terms, becomes 2x square. Write 2x as it is. Bring 365. This side becomes minus 365 equal to 0. So 2x square plus 2x minus 365 plus 1 becomes minus 364. Now you can see here 2, 2 and 364, there is one common factor, that is 2. So divide each term by 2, we get 1x square plus 1x minus 182 equal to 0. So in the previous question also we got 182. I found out 182, the factors are 14 and 13. But 182 is a little bigger number. How to find the factors for 182? Because 13, 14s are we don't know. So for that I'll explain you one clue. You have to go for prime factorization. 182, whenever you have a bigger numbers which you don't know the tables, so do this method. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2. Next 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21. So 13 1s are 13. Now I got 2, 7 and 13. With these prime numbers, try to pick two numbers in such a way that when I subtract, I should get 1, or when I multiply, I should get 182. So you can see 2 7s are 14. So 14 and 13, when I subtract, 14 minus 13 is 1. And as you know here middle you have plus 1. So I have to take plus 14 and minus 13. So split the middle term, that is 1x can be divided into plus 14x minus 13x. So here x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. In the first two terms, take x common, x into x plus 14 and write x plus 14 as it is, and in the third term you can see minus 13 is remaining. So x into x plus 14 minus 13 into x plus 14 equal to 0. Now you can see here x plus 14 and x plus 14 is a common factor. Write x plus 14 common and remaining factor is x minus 13. So you know equate to 0 we get a solution. So x equal to minus 14 and x equal to 13. And once you check the question, he has given in the question positive integers. You can observe here positive integers. But I got here one negative number. So because I got negative number, we should not consider x as minus 14. So consider x as 13. That means the first positive integer is 13. As we assume the two integers as x and x plus 1. When one first integer is 13, to obtain the next consecutive integer, I should add 1. So the next integer becomes x plus 1, that is 13 plus 1, 14. So the two integers are 13 and 14. Okay, let me start the next question. Question number 5. So this question is related to a right angle triangle. So let us recall a formula related to right angle triangle. As you know, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus altitude square. So he has given here the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. Means, let me take a right angle triangle ABC where angle B equals to 90 degree, and you can see side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse, and this is base and this is altitude. So here already given hypotenuse is 13 cm. So I have taken here hypotenuse AC as 13, and here given the altitude of a right triangle is 7 cm less than its base. You can see here again altitude is depending on the base. So base we have to assume, because here altitude depends on base. So it is an independent variable and it is a dependent variable. So base, let us assume base as x centimeter. When I assume base as x centimeter, what will become the altitude? He has given 7 centimeter less than its base. So that is x minus 7. So we got base as x and altitude as x minus 7 centimeter. And we know the formula related to relationship between base, height, hypotenuse and altitude. Altitude and height both are same. So according to the Pythagoras formula, it is given hypotenuse square equal to base square plus altitude square. So I can write AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So substitute now. AC already we know it is 13. So 13 square equals to AB, I got x minus 7, square of x minus 7 plus x square. Now expand x minus 7 whole square using A minus B whole square formula. So as you know, A minus B whole square is A square minus 2AB plus B square. So 13 square is 169 equal to x square minus 2AB. 2 into A is 7, A is x and B is 7. 2 7s are 14x plus B square is 7 square, that is 49. So children, this part you have to calculate in a mind. So don't write it in expand in clear form. So it takes again a time. So plus x square, right, as it is. So now bring 169 to right hand side. This side becomes 0, but I am reversing the equation and writing x square plus x square is 2x square minus 14x plus 49. 169 brings this side, it becomes minus 169 equal to 0. Instead of writing 0 here, I am writing 0 on the right side. So 49 minus 169 are the like terms. So when you subtract, you get minus 120. So you can see here in the three terms you have 2, 14 and 120. Common factor is 2. So divide these three terms by 2. We get x square minus 7x minus 60. So coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant is minus 60. 1 into minus 60 is minus 60. And recall the table where we get 60. So 12 5s are 60. But middle number is with negative number. So divide this 7, break this 7 into 2 parts, minus 12 plus 5. Minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7, minus 12 into 5 is minus 60. So again take in first two terms, take x common, we get x into x minus 12 plus 5 into x minus 12. And x minus 12 is a common factor. The another factor is x plus 5. So we got two factors, x minus 12 and x plus 5. Equal to 0, x minus 12 equal to 0, x is 12, x plus 5 equal to 0, x is negative. We got minus 15. So recall children, whenever, because these are including the measurement, that is whenever we measure anything, we won't consider the negative number. So hypotenuse or altitude or base cannot be negative. So we have to neglect this minus 115. So consider x as 12. So what we consider here, x base. So we got He asked other two sides. Find the other two sides means here we need to find base and altitude. So we got base as 12 centimeter and altitude as we considered x minus 7, that is 12 minus 7, 5 centimeter. So next question number 6. This question is related to number of articles and the cost of article. So let me read a question. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. Means it is an industry where they produce certain articles in a day. So he has given the cost of production of each article. Means the cost of one article is 3 more than twice the number of articles. So this sentence is very important here. 3 more than twice the number of articles. Again, just recall children. See here, cost of each means cost is depending on number of articles. So what you want to assume first, cost or an article? Yes, we have to assume let the number of articles be x. So if you are not understood, just in the sentence, whichever variable in the last is in the last of the sentence, that only we have to assume. So here cost is depending on number of articles. So let us assume number of articles on a particular day be x. And cost, how will you find cost? Cost of each article is, see here, 3 more. 3 more means plus. Twice the number. Twice means it is into. Twice or thrice means it is a product. Twice the number of articles means 2x. So we got number of articles is x and the cost of one article is 2x plus 3. And in the question he has given the total cost means total cost of x articles he has given, that is 90 rupees. So total cost is 90 rupees. So let me start with how to relate x, 2x plus 3 and 90. Which operation you want to make an equation. So for that let me give an example. If cost of one pencil is 10 rupees, so what will be the cost of 10 pencils? What you do? You multiply. So that is 10 into 10, that is 100. So here also the number of articles and the cost of one article, if you multiply, you get the total cost. So let me multiply x into 2x plus 3 equals to 90. So multiply x into 2x is 2x square, x into 3 is 3x. Bring this 90 to this side, becomes minus 90 equal to 0. So it is in standard form and there is no common factor to divide. 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. Now let me do factorization. 2 into minus 90 is what? Minus 180. So just recall the table where we get 180. So 18 tens are 180. If I add 18 plus 10, it becomes 28. If I subtract, it becomes 8. But I have middle number 3. So 18 tens are we cannot take. So now let me go for another table. So again I explained with the prime factorization method. Take 180 and do prime factorization. 2 90s are, 3 30s are, 3 10s are, 5 2s are, and here 2 1s are. So we got the factors 2, 3, 3, 5, 2. With these factors, try to bring two numbers in such a way that when I subtract, I should get 3. So you can see here 5 3s are 15, 3 2s are 6 and 6 2s are 12. So when I multiply these three numbers, I get 12. So I got the two factors. 15 12s are, we don't know 15 12s exactly, we can't tell suddenly. So this is one method of doing. 15 minus 12 is plus 3. 15 into 12 is 90. So middle number I am disturbing, that is 2x square. To get 3x I have to subtract plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 equal to 0. And you can see in the first two terms 2 and 15 no common factor, so only x you can take common. X if you take, what is remaining? 2x plus 15. Check it out, x into 2x is 2x square, x into 15 is 15. And as I said, write 2x plus 15 as it is. And see the third term. This is a third term. Minus 12x is a third term. In the third term, 2x is in the bracket. So what is remaining? 6 is remaining with negative sign. Minus 6 into 2, that is minus 12. And 2x plus 15, common factor, right as it is. X minus 6 is another factor. Equate to 0. 2x plus 15 equal to 0. X equal to minus 15 by 2. X minus 6 equal to 0. X equal to 6. I got two values of x. Now what I assumed here, this is very important. When you want to conclude, you have to see what is the question given. What I assumed here, number of articles. Think once, can you count a number of students, a number of articles or anything in a negative way or in a fraction? No, children. So here this is a fraction and also negative. So I cannot consider this x, that is number of articles. So number of articles will be 6. And another, I should find cost of one article. So what is cost? I assumed here 2x plus 3. So substitute x as 6, 2 6 are 12 plus 3, that is 15 rupees. So I got cost of one article is 15 rupees and the number of articles is 6. So we can verify this whether we got the answer correct or not by multiplying. That is 15 into 6 is, that is 90. Total cost is 90 rupees. Thank you.